fired up today.
Happy
We're
fired
fired
up
up.
Friday.
Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Another week in the books, Lise.
And 17 days to FedCon.
17 days to FedCon. What a great live yesterday with Ryan McCarty.
I was genuinely crying. Like he was tugging at certain topics that I guess have been troubling me and for some time. So it was like, man, I really needed to hear that. And I want to take action to a lot of the things he talked about yesterday.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some of that today, actually. Just random thoughts, for some of the stuff that we're fired up about, talking about if you are looking for the positive, you'll find the positive. If you're looking for the negative, you'll find the negative. Who's that?
We got Pat Finley, and we got
Pat.
Facebook user.
What's up, Pat?
Multiple Facebook users. We got a lot of viewers on Facebook right now. I'm actually logging into LinkedIn so I can.
What's up, Facebook fam? We're also on YouTube. We're also on LinkedIn. We're in the Fed group, right?
Yes.
Oh, we're everywhere. We are broadcasting live to you from beautiful Bayonne, New Jersey, 07002.
I would love to know what everyone's thoughts were on Ryan McCarty's live yesterday.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it's one of those that 1000% deserves a rewatch. And I actually am planning to re-listen to it again, probably sometime this weekend while I'm cleaning the house or something. It was that good.
It was. I have to agree with Lisa, and definitely give it a rewatch. I don't know what I was going to say there. Actually, what I was trying to get at was what you said. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you did watch it yesterday. Let us know what you thought of that. And it was really eye-opening, and we had some good conversation after. And what we're going to be bringing, I think, to the table with the membership is just going to be very unique and I think very needed. From the stuff we were talking about, and I'll talk, a little bit about the culture of good. That's kind of what I'm going to be fired up about right now, because there's things that happen in our organizations, right? And Lisa, I mean, you've worked at other places, there's negative people everywhere. I'm sure you've run into them.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just their makeup, and maybe they, sometimes people just can't get out of their own way. Maybe they've never come across other people or videos or things that have kind of changed their way they think. And, because sometimes these people, we can rewire ourselves, and we can be rewired. We can change. We can, see things in a different light. Perception, right? Perception is everything. And, we're all viewing things through a different lens, but I can assure you that if you're looking for negative every single day, if you're looking for the problematic stuff and stuff that you just want to complain about, you're going to find it. And for us, so when we look at like the culture of good, that's what I was kind of fired up today about. The culture of good, bringing your soul to work. I love that. And that, we were talking about that again. Go rewatch it, see what Ryan was talking about. And this is just a preliminary thing on what you're going to see at FedCon. So there's 20 tickets still left that we could sell, that we're good to go. So go get your tickets. Don't miss Ryan McCarty. This is the beginning of new relationships and new ways of thinking, and, out with the old, in with the new, and being good to people, being good to each other. And so when I look at our organization as Malachi Cares, Malachi Parts and Service Masters, and as we're building and growing in this market, you're gonna, we want to add people to the team that are positive. We want to add people to the team that are. Do we have a comment that you want to bring in? I feel like you want to bring something in.
Dude, there's so many comments. So
let's stop right here. Let's jump into the comments. I'll get back to this.
I just needed to say hi to my friend Quentin, because I have not seen him in a while. Hello, Quentin.
Q Dubs.
He says, agreed, but life can beat one into submission regardless of positivity. And I'm actually going to use this comment to,
if you let it,
throw a wrench at you, Rich. And actually, I wanted to talk to Ryan about this in person. So he says, bring your soul to work. I feel like a lot of people, myself included, hesitate with that, because we're so ingrained it's so ingrained in us to believe that if you bring so much of yourself, it's just going to be disregarded, and it's just going to stress you out more. You're going to be depleted of your energy, that sort of thing. So I don't know. Part of me feels like I don't want to bring my full self to work, Maybe I should be telling this to you.
No, this is good. This is honest.
I don't want to feel in some shape or form overlooked or something. I don't know how to describe it. I have to figure out how to put that into words better. But
I think I know where you're trying to drive at. So for me, see, and this is perception, but when I'm thinking about bringing your soul to work, I'm probably thinking about, showing up every day for the person next to you because the other people here matter, giving it your all every single day. When I see, listen, we all have our ups and downs, our good days, our bad days, but when you're bringing your core self, this is your company. It's like if you play for a basketball team or a football team or whatever it is, that's your team. You're working hard to win a championship. You're working hard to win a Super Bowl. The people around you matter. You need them. You want them to be successful. You want the coach to be successful. You want the GM to be successful. You want everything around you to be tight and feel that passion and love from everybody. So when you bring your soul, you're bringing every part of you to be the best of the best because you're working towards that championship. And obviously we're not playing for a trophy here, but we are playing, we're in business. We're playing to win numbers. We're playing to win customers' hearts and vendors' hearts. And we have to bring our souls with us. This is our company collectively. We're going to win together. We're going to lose together. So for me, bringing your soul in every day is maybe a little different than what you're saying. I don't know if I'm off the mark, but
no, you're not. But I think having the team aspect is extremely important to all of that. Because if only one person is bringing their soul to work, then I think that's where I'm coming from, where I'm going to feel like, okay, why am I doing this if I'm the only one? So it does have to be a collective. Everyone's bringing their soul to work in order for you to feel good about being your best self. And so let me bring in all these other comments.
I just real quick though, just touch on that. So therein lies the hard part from a head coach's perspective. Because I have to get everybody that bringing their soul. I have to be the guy that leads everyone to the point where, like, I'm bringing my soul into work every day for Rich, for the team, for the company, for me, for my family, because to X, Y, Z. We're all individuals. So for me, while I would want that from everyone, I'm not going to subject myself to staying on the low rung of, I'll just bring it halfway in or halfway or 35% or 75% because other people aren't. I don't want to base my life on other people's actions. So anyway,
gotcha. Yeah, I feel that. And so let me bring in these comments here. Ben Nash says, awesome yesterday with Ryan. I'd imagine he sold some more tickets to FedCon 2022. Yes. And so Chris says, well, as a business owner, I tell my guys to leave their personal lives at home, but that is intended to leave drama at home. I want their positive attitudes at work.
Yeah. Chris, my dad used to tell me all the time, even just directly to me and everybody, check your shit at the door. You can't solve your personal problems while you're at work. He would tell me that all the time. And listen, it's true. I can't fix my home problems, my life, whatever stuff while I'm working. I need to be dedicated to my work because my work is helping me provide for my home and my family. So I got to give my all. And it's hard to turn that off. And some days you're going to get the bear, right? You heard that. Some days the bear is going to get you. If it's one of those days, man, I'll tell my guys, listen, it sounds like you need a day. Go take a personal day. Go walk in the park. Go clear your head. Go see a movie, whatever you got to do. Come back tomorrow, refresh, feel better. Go fix what you got to fix. Maybe you could fix it. Maybe you can't, but go take some time. I agree. We got to check that stuff at the door.
And so Commercial Kitchen Chronicle says, I feel this, but when others are just there for a paycheck and not in it 100%, it can beat you up.
I don't. Go ahead, Lisa.
No, I was just going to say, so this is actually literally why I would want to talk to Ryan about this when at FedCon. And if you guys are going to FedCon, you'll have a chance to talk to him too. But basically, yeah, how do you deal with this mentality? And I understand what you're saying, Rich, with don't go off of other people. Like you're doing this for yourself. And
absolutely. Absolutely.
But it is hard. Okay. Think of it like when you're a kid. I was the kid at school who did all of the group projects, even for the slackers. And then at some point it makes you feel like crap because you're like, why am I doing my best and other people are reaping the rewards as well?
Well, that's a different story. I mean, if you're in like a project like that, I understand that there could be some animosity and anger towards other people in that sense. But for me, we're in business here, and you're Lisa, right? And there's 10 other people next to you, whatever. Why would you want to model yourself after the guy or the girl that does 46% every day?
Oh, no,
Because you know what I mean. You're oh well, she's not. You know what? She's not doing. I'm not working. I'm not gonna do anymore. I'm not gonna do anything. And you don't do that, by the way, right? Let's put that out there. You do. I think you do give it your all every day.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean you're very committed and dedicated. So, I don't think. Again, what I shit doesn't make you eat.
Dang, a lot of comments on this.
You know what I mean? So. We are all in charge of our own destiny. Mediocrity is a choice. If you and all these sayings, you give what you get what you give. All these things, it's gonna come back to you. Let the other people slack and do stuff. If they're choosing mediocrity every day, they're never gonna move forward. They'll always be in the same seat, in the same desk, in the same place, in the same wherever it is, forever and ever and ever. And I'm sure they'll find the ways to complain and be negative because maybe that's how they're wired. If you're wired different, you're going to go hard. You're going to go hard every day. That's just the way it is.
And so Jason says, your soul is yours and it is who you are and a reflection of your values. Don't worry about validating your values by what others do or think of it.
Absolutely. 100%. Jason, I mean, that's the real deal here. There's different mentalities out there. It's like, oh, woe's me. And I'm going to complain about this job. I'm going to complain about this task just because I want to. Some people complain just because they want to complain. And they've been wired that way for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Where has that got them? It's not going to get them further up the ladder anywhere. They're just going to stay complacent. They're going to stay where they are. And they're going to keep complaining. Oh, I'm on the clock. I don't care. This is a run the clock out situation. Listen, if you don't care about your job and your company, it's going to show, and you'll just stay where you are. And by the way, there's employers out there. There's a place for everybody. We look at, there really is. There's A's, there's B's, there's C's, there's D's, there's everything in life. I always like sports. There's guys that are on the bench. Those aren't your A guys, but they're there to pick up the slack if injuries come and things happen. But there's a place for them. There's a place for all these guys and gals out there. I'm not just talking about food equipment service or technicians or whatever it might be anywhere. There's always those person that's going to say, hey, listen, I just want 40 hours and I want to go home. Hey, listen, I want 50 hours a week. I want 60 hours a week. I want 70 hours a week. I want the weekends. There's different people. We're all wired different. We all want different things. And it's not always about money. Not everything's about money. Some people just really want their time. They want their time with their wife, their kids, their girlfriend, their side piece, whatever it might be, So I think everyone's just wired differently, and there's not necessarily a right or wrong, but you can't expect more out of life, out of anything, if you're given 46. You give 46%, you get 46% back.
True. Boom.
That's it.
So Chris says negativity is contagious. So like you, Rich, I'd rather stay home if they got crap going on. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We talk about work-life balance. And yesterday, Ryan, forget the work-life balance, because it almost seems impossible. Work-life harmony.
I know.
Which is great. And I love that. And I want to start incorporating these key words in our culture here, because it's important. And you have days, you have time off. If you need it, you need to take it. If there's things that maybe make you happy, like, you know what, I didn't get to see my daughter trick or treat the last 3 years, man. She's getting older because I'm always working. I'm going to tell you right now, take the day and go trick or treating with your friggin' daughter. Start doing things that are going to lighten you up and make you feel good and say, oh, man, I'm going to spend time. There's time. You just have to make things a priority. And if you're not doing these things, and listen, maybe you have an employer that's not understanding, you need to talk to them. You need to let them know, hey, listen, I'm a human being. I'm a person. I have a family. I have this. I have this. I have this. If they don't care, that's a whole different conversation. Here, I'm going to listen to everybody. We're going to hear everybody out. Everyone deserves that time away. And it's important to their mental.
So we've got Joel Block says, bring your soul, be a leader, be an example. Yep.
100%. Got to bring the soul to work every day.
Jason says, servant leadership is my mentality.
Yes. I love it. Service to others, man. That's what we do in this industry.
Commercial Kitchen Chronicles says, I choose to be exceptional. I just want more for my team. I'm trying to teach myself that everyone is not me and they have their place.
That's right. And, I listen to Gary Vee sometimes and over the years, and he would say, he loves the owners and the bosses that are going and yelling at their employees and saying, what the hell wasn't this done for? Why not all this stuff? And you don't care enough. And like you want your employee to care as much as you. It's just not reasonable. It's just not reasonable. So you have to draw the line and understand that everyone's going to think differently and move differently, and there's different mentalities. And I wouldn't expect an employee here to care more than me. It isn't reasonable. But I listen, I do expect them, if they're on this team, we got to work hard. We got to work together. That's what I expect. And some people are going to excel. Some people are going to say, hey, listen, I'm good right here. Like I said, there's a place for everyone. We just gotta be willing to have empathy and talk to people about it.
And that's actually exactly what Jason says here. He says everyone is not at the level in their career journey, at the same level in their career journey. Some are 100% day one, and others ramp up and learn to love their career choice.
100%, Jason. It's a journey. If you look at me right now at 40, if you go back 10 years, Lisa, there's no chance in hell that this guy will be standing here passionate and excited and bringing his soul to these lives and to putting on conferences. Never. I didn't care. I just wanted to come in and do my thing. I wanted to work. I wasn't caring about anything. I'm like, let me just come in, let me do my job, let me go home.
I'm sure you've shared this before, but what happened? What changed?
I don't know.
Really?
Well, no, you know what happened? These are long stories of what happened, but in 2012 is when I had left the family business for a year or so, for various reasons. Check the book in a few years when I write it. But when I came back into the fold, I was super confident about my abilities here at that point. I was, God, what was I? I mean, I was pretty much 30 years old, and that is when the turning point came. I sat down with my dad and I said, listen, it wasn't about money. I said, Dad, if I don't have this amount of money a year, I'm listening. The salary is a salary. Whatever you won't pay me that you think is fair, I'm going to take that. It's whatever. It was really about trust and putting trust in me to run the operations and run the service and do what I had to do, because I knew I could do it and I knew I had the ability to do it. And once I started to do that, and he kind of stepped back a little bit and really gave that to me, even though there was still a struggle behind the scenes, but I really started to build my confidence up big time and become my own person, my own man, my own thoughts. Because a lot of times, you sit in a family business, and my dad's thoughts become mine. You sit next to people. That's why they say the 5 people closest to you, be careful, because you will become them. And I was feeding off of stuff he was saying, and he has as many great things as he had. He was also very negative and angry and different things. So, I started to break away from that. And once I started to become my own man and my own person, things really started to change. And, you fast forward to 2016, that's when I really started to break free and jump into these videos. And believe it or not, doing these videos have given me more confidence, more passion, and more love for the industry than I've ever had.
It's beautiful.
Anyway.
And it's funny because I guess I'm becoming you. I started wearing fitted hats that have my website on them.
See? That's right. Everyone's going to wear a hat at some point. One day the world will wear hats and I will supply them. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, what else is there to be fired up about? We went through all the comments. Okay.
So no, I mean, just talking about this from an organizational standpoint, like from business, I think, as we build the culture of good here, and we're going to talk to Ryan McCarty about that, and how we can begin to incorporate that here in our facility here. And we're going to bring that to you in the Fed membership. Believe me, stay tuned. But just for here, I want our employees to have a positive mindset. I know the jobs that we do here are tough. Okay. I respect the technicians in the industry tremendously. It's unbelievable what they get done in a day. And these jobs are tough. Some days are harder than others. Some jobs are harder than others. Some really get to you. Some really, give it to you. But that's the job, and we signed up for this. You signed up for your part. I signed up for my part. And I'm not going anywhere. My door's open. I listen. My team needs something. I get it. But we have to understand that the jobs that we bring in, whether they're good, bad, indifferent, it's how we live. These jobs are how we live. It's how we pay our salaries. It's how we pay our bills. It's how we grow. It's how we build new opportunities. We need to take on these jobs. And you know what? I don't care if the other another company turned it down. This company turned it down. Okay, you know what? Well, we're here to solve it. We're going to jump in. And we're going to take it. We're going to take the tough ones. That's what we do here. That's important to me. Oh, we got the thing here.
You're unsupported.
See, but that's important to me. And as we build this thing and talk about the culture of good, you know, and getting these guys in here and little by little, you know, we have a new operations guy for inventory and parts and serving everything here, George. So this is his first week, just getting his feet wet. We're going to be bringing guys in. We're going to be continually talking to everybody, getting their feedback because we want to improve this. We want to make it better. And we want to get people the mindset like, hey, and I've heard Steve Harvey say this on some things. Instead, you could change your whole day, but instead of when you wake up in the morning saying, I got to go to work, I got to go to the gym, I got to do this job. Instead say, I get to get up. I get to go to the gym. I get to do this job. Not everybody is as fortunate. I know it could be corny, right? But
no, I was just thinking of another
but it's true
from Steve Harvey that has always resonated with me. And that is, always stick with plan A, never have a plan B because you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Hey, so why not? I thought you were going to say survey says.
Survey says. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's true too, right? But yeah, I mean, listen, I want this, you know, for us here, and I don't know what's going on, you know, in other companies. I can't worry about that. I can only control what we have here, and I know that I need to get people on that positive aspect of that. We are in such an amazing business, in an amazing industry, and we have such amazing opportunities that are going to be coming to us. Why would we want to just downplay it and complain and waste time doing that? There's no positive ROI on the complaining. You know, I see again Gary Vee. You know, he said, "You want to find a losing player? Find the complainer." The guys and the gals that are complaining day in and day out, that they're not winning players. Because the winners are not saying I can't, or this sucks, or I don't want to do this, or give that to somebody else, or they're saying, give it to me. Let's go. Let's tackle this. Let's do this. I know it's not ideal. I know it's not great, but my team needs me. I'm going to step up. I'm going to do it. Can you imagine if your favorite football team, you know, I don't know, a defensive end was going up against, you know, another defensive end. He was like, this guy's too big. I don't want to work that hard today. I'm just going to let him come and sack my quarterback. I don't care. That guy's not going to have a job, first of all. Right? Because they're gonna be like, this guy, he can't block for our quarterback. He's got to go. You can't let up. We can't let up every day. There's competition out there. You know, whether it's friendly or not. Listen, we're in business, right? And my father always says, business is war, son. Business is war. And you know what? It is war. And we have to get up every day, lace up our boots, put our big boy pants on and our big girl pants on. And we have to go and do things. And it's tough because, you know, there's some days you don't want to do it. It's doing the things you don't want to do and doing them anyway that separates the good from the great. We do them anyway. Anything else going on over there, Lisa?
Well, Jason says pre-orders for the book can be found at richwroteabook.com.
Lisa, right? Can you buy that website for me real quick?
Already purchased.
GoDaddy.com. Okay.
Do you guys know how many domains there are on our GoDaddy site? I mean, all of the different ideas in your head, Rich, and all the domains that you purchased.
Yeah, we just think we're in here thinking ideas. I'm like, oh my God, buy that website.
Wait, what was the? I saw something the other day. I forgot what it was, but I mentioned to you the business that I saw with, like, you can rent people's backyards so that your dogs can play. Yeah. I'm telling you, like, these business ideas are incredible.
I mean, if you could think it, you could do it.
Put your mind to it.
That's it. If you could think it, you could be it. So yeah, I mean, man. So anyway, the whole point of this live is being fired up about finding the positive. And I think if you go forth in your Friday afternoon and your weekend, find the positive. The negative's there. It's just waiting for someone to find it.
Be the glass half full.
Yeah, like, you know what? I'm gonna put this guy. Should I put this guy on blast over here?
Sure.
From LinkedIn. So let me just I'll talk about this real quick. So truth be told, Lisa, I am doing things that I would say you shouldn't do. Okay.
Elaborate.
Oh, look at that. He responded again.
Oh. Read it first in your head.
So I'm sending out. So for namesake, since we won't blast him fully, let's just call him Mark.
Okay.
Because that's his real name. Anyway, He's not from the industry, and I send messages out. We're trying to sell tickets. I'm doing things that I wouldn't normally do. I don't usually ask people to do anything or send messages to people I don't know unless I'm having like a regular conversation, because I think it is one of those things where it's like, I don't know you, I'm not going to do business with you.
Yeah.
So I always preach against that. I'm like, get to know somebody first, send a message, say, hey, how are, like, all that stuff. So we're just trying to sell tickets. I'm going a little crazy here. I'm sending messages to some people I don't know. Okay, great. Is it illegal? No. Is it bad practice for marketing? Probably. But so what? I'm not breaking the law. So I send out something about FedCon to this guy, Mark, who is this big marketing strategist, keynote speaker, a big specialist guy. I wonder how he would feel if his people knew, his customers and his clients and his vendors knew that he talked to people like this.
Right. Shoot.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything terrible to the guy. Anyway, he says, this is so tone deaf.
Well, start from the beginning. Give
Well,
people the context. What did you say?
Well, I sent a message about checking out FedCon. I'm not going to read the whole message. Just check out fedcon.com. Love to have you on your team. It's great for, marketing and inspiring. Oh, blah, blah, blah. He says, this is so tone deaf. So I asked, hey, can you elaborate? He says, I'm not in the food equipment industry. So you really don't give a damn about what you're doing here. You're just annoying me. This is terrible marketing. Wow.
Well, can I just say that Ryan McCarty is not in the food equipment industry, and neither is Mark Schulman or Ed Stulak.
They're not. And if this guy had any kind of sense in his head, he would say, ooh, an industry that might be untapped. And I'm a marketing strategist, and I'm an author of Marketing Rebellion. If you're such a rebel, then why wouldn't you want to break into new industries? But anyway,
tell us more.
But anyway, I said, wow, Mark, that's how a so-called professional responds. It says a lot about a person, how they interact with other human beings. I feel bad for you. I wish you the best of much success. And you want to know what he just said to me?
What did he say?
Check this out, guys. I'm being honest. Take it as a gift. I'm tired of being spammed on LinkedIn. I'll treat you like a professional when you treat me as a professional and respect my time.
Interesting.
Wow.
Huh.
So, truth be told, you're giving me more time than I'm even asking you for.
Yes, that is true. He could have just ignored you, like all of us ignore all of the spam messages.
Yeah, you're acknowledging. You keep going. I wish you the best, and now you want to keep going. I mean, I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to keep, because I actually do value my time, so I won't keep on with that. But I thought that would be interesting to bring up a little Friday nugget of this. But you see how much anger there is in the world. You see how much this guy was looking for a problem. He looked for it. He could have simply said delete. True. And if he really wanted to say something, he could have said, hey, Rich, thanks. I'm not in your industry, but good luck.
True.
If he really wanted to interact. He chose to interact with me in a negative way. And now I'm going to talk about him to everybody I know for the next 20 years. No, but, I mean, that's what I'm saying. And I wanted to bring that up because of what we're talking about. If you're looking for it, you're going to find it. There was nothing negative about my thing. He looked for it, baby. He looked for it.
Jason says he's not going to break into the food service industry now. Rich, don't give him your energy. He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, no, you're Jason, 100%. I'm leaving it at that. I'm not going to go back and forth with the guy. I told him how I feel. I feel bad for you. Good luck. Wish you all the success in the world. Now he's giving me a gift. He gave me a gift, Lisa. You want to know what that tells me?
What?
Narcissist.
Oh boy.
But listen, that's not the point. The point was, like I said, if we're out here looking for negatives and we're looking to complain and it's easy. What's not easy is finding the good in people, is finding the good in situations and finding the positive. And I'm saying this to myself because I'm guilty of it too. I'm a human. I have my moments, my days. Lisa sure does know it.
And I mean, we started this week off pretty negative, actually.
We did. We did.
We were both talking about how we're just some negative people.
We were in this room here like, why are we even here?
Alive.
Let's just go home. This is the worst.
But then you got to bring it back. You got to bring it back to the positive.
We do. We have to circle. Listen, and that's the thing. You got to dig out. And whether you got it, like I said, whether you got to take a day, an hour, go take a big, beautiful lunch and go sit somewhere and look at the water. If you live near water, if you're in Arizona, you can go look at a cactus. I don't know. Sorry, Josh. I love you.
I mean, our beautiful line is just ports and ships and stuff. So.
Yeah, but we do have the beautiful. Is that Newark Bay down there?
Yeah, the bay.
Yeah, that's what you're talking
the
about.
Port,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can go down to the beautiful Newark Bay. You got the Hudson River over here, right?
But anyway, we don't have to teach anybody geography.
Yeah,
I just
and you don't want to take a geography lesson from me anyway.
So Chris Rowling says, "Get more flies with honey or bees," as Rich says.
I still think it's bees. I don't care about what.
I appreciate that he remembers that.
that was a good conversation.
So Chris says, "I agree about complaints, but we also need to understand when someone is just venting. We are human and need to be able to vent."
100%, man. Yeah, I think Chris and I probably agree with most of. I think we agree with most. I think at least two, but we agree with most everything you say all the time. We seem to be on the same wavelength. Yeah, I mean, people have to be able to vent. They need to know that there's someone there to listen. Sometimes people just need to listen. I can't tell you how many tears have been cried in my office.
That's an important part about venting, though. And I actually have had this conversation this week. I was venting, and the other person was just giving me I just wanted them to listen, but they just kept criticizing and
trying to give you advice.
Give me advice, and I'm like, no, that's not how this works.
Yeah, just listen to me.
Just listen.
Be a friend and listen.
Yes.
You don't have to agree or disagree.
If someone's coming to vent to you, just be a good listener.
Be a good listener. That's super important piece of leadership, and just in not even just leadership. It's just being maybe a good friend and a good human. Be a good listen. I know for me, I zone the hell out every time Lisa's saying something. I'm always zoning.
Yeah, that's why you're a good listener.
I am.
Because you zone out.
And then at the end of the conversation, she's like, "So do you know what I mean?" And I'm like, "Of course I do.
Nope.
Of course I know what you mean. Are you kidding?" Good stuff. It's all good stuff. What else we got there? I see a couple of those came in bottom.
Jason says, "Knowing people's nature early is priceless."
It is priceless.
And Chris says, "It's an interesting balance."
It is. Okay, so listen, we burned the clock on everybody here. I think we had a good, beautiful live. So we're gonna go into the weekend, Lisa, and what are we gonna do?
You're just gonna do a quick dance off right now. Hold on.
Oh no.
It's Friday. You have to.
Oh, by the way, I have to mention, you're seeing the logo for Aquant. Go to aquant.io. Check them out. It's going to be critical to the future for your company as you build and grow. And data is super important. Finding out what to do with that data is what's really the big game. So big up to our platinum sponsor, Aquant. They're going to be on the backdrop for the Fed carpet when you're taking your interviews as you walk into the Valencia lawn with the DeLorean on site. Go get your tickets. 20 tickets left to go. Fedcon.com. Bring yourself, bring your spouse, bring your partner, bring your friend. We have spouse tickets. It's a partner ticket, whatever you want to call it. And go get them. Bring your marketing team, bring your service manager, if you're an entrepreneur and you just want to maybe see what else is going on in another industry, this is open to everybody.
And just by the way, if you
except for Mark. Mark has been blacklisted.
If you I can't even get a sentence out. If you purchase your ticket and are looking to book a hotel, the FedCon room block is closed, but you can reach out to us and we can still get you into the discounted rate for FedCon.
Yeah, so we could actually mention who's going to be there now today, right?
What do you mean?
GTE?
GTS?
GTS, I mean.
And P3, yeah.
To do bapa?
Yeah. Oh, we did get a swag bag sponsor.
Oh, so we got a swag bag sponsor. Yes.
P3 Reps.
So shout out to John Bowerman and the whole team at P3 Reps here in New Jersey. They're the big reps for Well Built here in the area. So thank you so much for the support. It's going to go a long way. It means a ton to us. So they'll be the sponsor for the swag bag. So everybody's getting one that comes, and you will be seeing that logo.
Who else? I got the dance party started.
Okay. All right. So
tell us about this GTS. What are you talking about?
Greenbrier Technologies. So shout out to David Canterbury and the team over there. They're going to have a booth, a table in the Connection Express, correct?
Yes, they are.
So I think this is a great addition. If you're in service, you're definitely going to want to.
I love that you're still fist pumping. Keep going, but GTS.
Yes, so yeah, no, Greenbrier Technology. You go check them out. They do some really interesting things for the food equipment industry, especially on the service side. Can definitely help in a time like this when parts are scarce and things are, you're just trying to get your customer going. Or whatever you got to do. You got to go get these. They could do some rebuilds for you. So go check them out. They'll be at the conference, so there'll be plenty of time to talk to them.
Don't forget to register for the app if you are attending.
Register for the event app, for the conference app, sponsored by AmeriCooler. There's a lot of networking going on in there before the conference goes down. You can go in there and swipe right, swipe left. You want to talk to people, Fed to the future.
All right, I think that's enough housekeeping for
We're doing, Lisa? We're finding the positive.
We are finding the positive.
And so shout out to all of our sponsors, All Points, Partstown, Broster, P3 Reps, AmeriCooler, Aquant,
Kaisan.
Origo, Kaisan, Hashizaki, Ghost Repairs, KCL, Crave.
There's so many of the list.
Thank you. Just thank you so much. So anyway, and of course, Aquant, who you see. I mentioned, I went down the list over here. I mentioned them all.
That list is not up to date.
No, but I mentioned all of them there. Partstown was there.
Good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go off in this dance party. Go into the weekend. Train yourself to find the positive. Wake up and say, I get to go here. I get to be with these people because we're not going to be here forever. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Find the positive in your day, in your life. I promise you, it will change the game. Leave the complaints for the non-winning players. We win here. Fired Up Nation, Fed Nation. Have a great weekend.
I'm not ready.
Have a great weekend. Lisa.
Oh, I'm pressing too many buttons now.
I appreciate you all. I love you all. Go get your tickets to FedCon. Go to FedCon.com. I will see you next week.